Hello. Hello. Got stuck there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Evolve Now show live with Infinity. Guess what? I'm Infinity. For those of you that are new, it is 5:30 Pacific here on October 28th. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Vanessa, my loves. Thank you for being here. I'm going to refresh my YouTube and see what I have going on YouTube. Happy Friday. So good to be here, you guys. Thanks for the hearts, love. I'm glad you can be here. And if anybody, if you have to leave, feel free to come back. If, something gets your attention, you have to take care of your family, your husband's talking to you, your kids are talking to you, whatever the case may be, feel free to pop out and hop back in. I appreciate you guys being here. I love you all for being here. Nobody yet on the YouTubes. That's cool. We'll leave it right where it's at. Oh, we got a chat bubble from Dawn saying happy Friday. Well, you guys, all right, you guys know. Oh, Vanessa's saying happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a long week. Lots of stuff going on. We're almost a week from when we did the Venus Stargate. And if anybody would like to come up and talk at any point, join me up on stage, please let me know. You can use audio or video. But just to recap, we had the Venus star point hitting Libra last Saturday. We did a live for that. That was really awesome. If you have not seen that yet, if you have not done that spirit walk yet, I highly suggest that you do it. It's okay to do it after the fact, or redo it again as well. You can do it again. At the same time, or a couple days later, we had on Tuesday the 25th, we had our new moon eclipse in partial solar eclipse in Scorpio. And that's a real front end to the back end, bookend of the full moon lunar eclipse that's going to be happening on the 8th of November. And in between, we have this period where it is, Halloween time, Day of the Dead, and it is a really, really auspicious spiritual time. We just entered Scorpio as well. So there's so much going on. And that has been going on and will go on, because on the heels of that lunar eclipse, we have the 11/11 Stargate. And you best believe we'll be doing something for that. I've been checking in. It's been like, yep, but not enough to get my attention to plan for it. So we're not going to have a whole lot of notice on that, unfortunately. Hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll get the download on exactly what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And if you're guided to join, please do, because I'm sure it's going to be, the word that's coming is monumental. And I don't say that word very often. Monumental. I'm not guided to say that word very often. So yeah. And I've known about this. I checked in a few months ago, like, should we do some big workshop thing leading up to it? What's going on with all that? And I was guided, no, there's other work to be done, which there has been. There's no way I could have done that and another thing on top of it, like a workshop for 11/11. But there will be an event that day. And it is, I was going to look for my phone. did you ever love it when you're looking for your phone and you're on your phone? But yeah, that's always fun. Fun! The 11th of November, you guys, is on a Friday in just a couple of, so it's 2 Fridays from now. So mark your calendar for 2 Fridays from now. I will be getting the download for what we're going to be doing that day, what time it's going to be, what we're going to be doing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so back to the present. Back to the present. So we have in just a couple of days, and what everybody's, not everybody, but a lot of people focus at this time at Samhain. It is a portal. It is a very intense portal, and there's a lot of history with this time of the year that goes back thousands of years. But when I'll do a little recap, because actually I was just guided to relearn this information for myself, which is that there's 3 days, and it starts on October 31st. And it goes to the 31st, the 1st, and the 2nd, or the 3rd, depending on where you're at in the world. There is this, it's when the Pleiades star system gets right aligned with Taurus, and it's super connected with what we just have going on with Libra, because Venus governs Taurus, as well as we have this thing with Venus and Earth doing this kiss with the star in Libra. That is kind of a side note, because this thing that happens with Taurus and the Pleiades star system happens every year. And so this is truly why our ancestors all over the world throughout time have come to really honor this time of the year. Of course, different places have different customs, but it is known in many places very specifically as Day of the Dead, to some degree of, whatever the language is. So I was really excited to be guided to that information, and it was in a video. And how this is all connected with, again, this time of the year, Scorpio, the veil is thin. So if you look at the title of my show for today, it is Day of the Dead, Spirit Guides and Guardians, the veil is thin. All this stuff is connected right now. The veil has gotten thinner, and let's talk about what the veil is. So you've probably heard that term, the veil. Hello, Woody. You probably heard that the term, the veil, or the thinning veil, or the veil is thin. And what that refers to is the density between the dimensions is thin, and therefore easily felt, easily seen, easily communicated with, and so our, I guess, curtain that keeps us separated from the other dimensions and the other realms is thin. So you can have a blackout curtain, or you can have one of those fully see-through curtains, right? They're both considered curtains, but one you can see through, one you cannot. One is really blocks things out for you, and the other one blocks out the light, lets in the light. That's a great way to put it. So the veil has been thin. I've talked about this a lot in the past. The veil is thinner than ever generally at this point in time. We are in the very beginnings of entering the age of Aquarius, and all of that comes with that is with that air sign which is, by the way, Aquarius is an air sign. I know it's easy to think of it as a water sign, but it is not. The water signs are Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So Aquarius is an air sign, and that is where we're coming into the age of Aquarius, and just more lightness, more air, the energy of we're getting even closer to our galactic center, the light of that central spot giving us those divine energies. We're getting closer to that. And when we have a thinning veil with all of these divine spaces or divine what's the word I'm looking for? Divine happenings that's going on with wow, why am I having such a hard time? I can't talk right now. And I'm also about to sneeze. That could have something to do with it. Excuse me. I'm gonna start over. Take two. With the amazing happenings with our planets, with events, this time is it's more intense than ever before. Especially with this Day of the Dead business. And so the Day of the Dead is about honoring your crossed over loved ones, whether they were ancestors, family members that you knew in this lifetime, or they were already crossed over in this lifetime, so relatives that came and went before you really knew them, or before you were born. And also your ancestors of any other timeline. There's this alignment going on that makes it even more potent to tap in with our ancestors and those that we have lost. So, that is something to really think about in these coming days. Maybe there are definite people that you had in your life that are no longer, in the flesh, obviously still with you, but this would be a really good time to think about connecting with them, talking with them, feeling their energy, being open to whatever it is that they want to come in and download you with, all that good stuff, and think about them really being a part of your journey, even though they're maybe no longer with us, that they are truly still there. You just have to kind of set your dial on invisible mode and feel with your heart and your soul and your energy, and open up and really work with that third eye to allow, feel them to come in. Meditation at this time, most definitely, with that intent. And it's not like after a couple of days that's going to end, especially if you're really cognizant and intentional about it before it's begun. Like I said, the veil has been and will be thinner and getting thinner. We just have these times where it's just like even thinner, and it will continue to keep doing that. But this is a good Kickstarter for helping yourself get into that mode, because all I've been hearing lately is ancestors, ancient knowledge, portals and gateways and being led and guided to new higher timelines and all of that for ourselves. And our spirit tribe, our guides and guardians, and definitely our ancestors are here to help us with all of that, for us to connect. We may start dreaming more about them in different scenarios of being with them, either recalled memories coming up, you thinking about things maybe you haven't thought about in a really long time, dreaming about being with them or just being visited by them. Try to be open and aware of symbols and signs, numbers that may be associated with them. So like birthdays, if it was their birthday, you may be seeing either from the month and the day or just the day, just remembering them in different instances. It's really difficult to touch on all the different variations and possibilities of the way that you could be contacted by them. But there should be, clear indications, and especially if you're asking to receive, if you're asking to connect, you could do this is like a blanket statement. You could do it to pinpointed people. You could do it to all the divine feminines of your ancestry line. You can also focus on all the divine masculines of your ancestry line. You can see what I'm saying? Like, you could really think about, and just imagine them in their lives and how you're connected to them and what it is that they can help you with. And also remember this fun fact: you are your ancestors. Not like with every lifetime is it in the same line, but for several of them at least. So you are also your ancestor. So wrap your pretty little head around that. Think about how you're your own ancestor, as well as other souls, other lifetimes that you've known people over and over again as soul family, because that's what the bottom line is. Ancestors are soul family. They're just designated to specific timelines and lifetimes that you've lived. For most people, all of which are not remembered. But what the wisdom that was gained, the knowledge, the abilities that were used, the lessons, whatever karmic stuff is still attached, definitely working through that in a really intentional way. And this time of the year reminds us to do that, which is what I'm not big on Halloween, for a whole other thing I'm not getting into tonight. There's traditions there that are really dark, but there's this whole other layer to it that is really, really beautiful. And what's important is to focus on that. Focus on love instead of fear. Focus on unity instead of separation. Focus on being kind and nice and peaceful and generous with yourself and your time and your energy, and also to be very grateful of your beautiful body and your life and your journey and everything that you're experiencing, because your ancestors, the more you're humble and aware and awake and open and surrendering, the easier it is for them to help you. Makes sense, right? I mean, the same goes in life. So the same goes when, with our guides and guardians that aren't here with us in our regular life, even more so, because they don't have a body and a voice to get in your face about, just grab you by the shoulders to really get your attention. They have to do it in a really different way. And if they can, so pay attention to all of that. Think about all of that right now and what that's about. Oh, perfect. Love, no fear. Oh, my thing isn't far down enough. There we go. Hi, welcome there on the YouTubes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here. So You know, a simple little thing would be to light a candle or 3 or more and say whatever comes to mind when you think about your ancestors, yourself in those timelines, your guides and guardians in general. Think about the expansiveness of all your different lifetimes, and all the different ancestors of your lifetime, and how that web crosses over back and forth in so many different ways. It's really quite beautiful and phenomenal, and try to see whatever sacred geometry that is that you're connected to, and how it expands out, and how you want to connect to it, and to maximize these energies this time of the year, these next few days, to really engage, like suit up and get in the game. And I'm being like, they're going bump, bump, bump. And aside from all of that, this between now and the full moon that I talked about, the eclipse on the full moon on the 8th, and then the next touchdown would be the 11th. Excuse me. This is a really potent time for manifesting. What do you want? What do you want? What are your wishes? What are your dreams? What are your desires? What's going on in your life? What do you need more of? What do you need less of? How do you want to change your life? What's going on? If you could have it your way and wave a magic wand, what do you want? What do you want? Because this is the time to get your shit together, figure it out, clear space. I know I'm going all over the place with this, but this is what's coming up. Like, they're showing me, like, figure out what you want, clear space within yourself, clear space within your home. Get rid of stuff that you don't need. Make space, clean up, make it easy for the universe, your guides and guardians, and your timelines to come together by the least amount of friction going on within you and within your environment. Hey, Jeanette, my love. Hi. Jeanette's here on the YouTube. She's having trouble doing Fireside. Hopefully that's rectified soon. Welcome and thank you for being here, my dear. So, oh wow, there's so much going on in my head. Can you guys hear this shift? As I'm receiving my third eye, I'm like sneezing. It's getting all, abundance, 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 wealth, prosperity, comfort, self-love, riches, gold, brilliance, luminosity. These are the words that are coming to mind and what I'm seeing. Like, to really step outside the box, put a bomb on the box, blow up the box. There is no box, and really let yourself fantasize and be in a space that is really whimsical and magical and beautiful, and allows you to really dream big. Get into your inner child space, because inner child space, they don't have boundaries and borders. They just, whatever it may be, and oh, wouldn't it be fun to have a flying pig there, and da-da-da-da-da, like, woo, yes, that's cool. Just let yourself go there. Open up to your imagination, to your creativity, to whatever can come through for you at this time. This is a time to go inward, to really go inward. Get deep with yourself. Be real with yourself. Think about also what you want to eliminate, what needs to go. If you have addictions, if you have habits, if you have relationships, if you have jobs, if you have places that you need to leave, or situations, whatever needs to end. This is a great time to really lean on the beautiful soul family that you have to help lift you up to really maximize your life force energy and allow for things to really naturally shift out and shift in, release and receive and absorb and assimilate to and integrate with. And then the next phase, really what we're looking at, my dears. Oh, now my head is just pounding. Hold on. Oi. Ooh. Okay. That was intense. It's 5:55, by the way. The more you welcome in change, speaking of the 555s, my dear Jeanette, it's one of her favorite combos. Mine too, by the way. Gaia's coming in. God, there's so much coming in right now. My head is just like, so give me a second. Because Gaia's coming in, Venus is coming in. I'm feeling the multitude of ancestors coming in. The dragons, the unicorn, the fae are all coming in. Oh my goodness, right now. Whew. Of course, all the archangels are here, brothers and sisters. Hello, hello. All the archangels are coming in around on the outside here. Everybody's just really, so if you guys want to get into this energy, close your eyes, really allow yourself to like blossom. I think lotus energy opening up. Whew. Because holy shit right now. I can't. Woo, you guys. Okay, so I'm sorry it's all over the place and so intense like this. I really can't help it. So the next thing that came through was Gaia and Venus coming through really intensely, and the divine feminine energies really coming in strong. Okay, let's face it, people. Even though we know, let's talk some real shit now, okay? Because even though we know everybody's got the divine feminine, the divine masculine within them, and we're supposed to balance that all out, yada, yada, yada. The fact of the matter is, those of us who are really on the front lines, and always has been, are the females. It just is what it is. For every one man that is in the spiritual world, that is spiritually awakening, there are healers that are, they tend to be almost more famous than the females, interestingly enough. But there's way more females, and especially now. So those of us, and this is a perfect example, how many men do we have with us? 0. So speaking to the females here, your job right now is to really just decide to be this conductor of divine feminine energy, to maximize that within you, really tap into what that means. And the nurturing, creative, artistic, sensitive, psychic, healer, teacher, guide, all these, and more and more and more. because that's really going to maximize, this magnetizing magical energy that's going on right now. When I talked earlier about, I did my little jig about manifestation and abundance and magnetizing what you're intentional about. Like, this is the time. Really tap into that goddess side. Really tap into that priestess. Really tap into that centuries old whatever, Greek, Egyptian, Mayan, Aztec, whatever and wherever that, you feel drawn to. And it could be a few things. Just tap into that region, the geography, the art, the energy of those places, and what, ask, through Gaia, connect through Gaia and create an energy, tap into the ley lines, plug in and really tap into those energies of being the priestess, the goddess, however you want to put it, the seer, the oracle, the healer, the medium, the channel, the whatever, spiritual, the shaman, however and whoever that you may have been, to help you get into that energy. And I know all of you have this, whether you're here live with me or going to watch the replay. And those of you who are, men in male bodies in this incarnation, tap into what that was like to be a female, to be a priestess, to be one of these people in a female body, because this is the time where we're getting a major kicker for the divine feminine to really come in and balance and for humanity as a whole. But some of us have it on our agenda spiritually, karmically, to really have this be part of our soul story, and our missions is to bring in the divine feminine and kind of obliterate the bullshit and the falsehoods and the lies and the skewed way that women are perceived and treated, blah, blah, blah. We know the whole thing. So, that's coming through really strongly. And that will also help us with those manifestations, those intentions and all that good stuff. So just think about all that. Think about how that all connects. Hey, Karen, welcome. Glad you're here. Vanessa has said something. Let's take a look. Energies are strong. My head is pounding too. Okay, not just me. Yeah, that got really intense. Really intense. It evened out, but yeah, that was pretty intense there for a minute while that's coming in. So I know this is a lot. I know it's intense. I know it's, it's really energy. You may be feeling that pressure. You may be feeling like you're literally, like how you would feel if you were going up a mountain, and the altitude and the pressure and the gravity feels a little different. That is definitely, a thing. And what I'm feeling here, because as we tap into and as all of those divine beings and ancestors, et cetera, come in, it shifts this dimension. It shifts our reality. Even though we cannot see it, we can feel it, and it is really strong. But they're just proving the point of everything I just got done saying. So there you go. And that will be in effect even if you watch this. If you want to be in that frequency, you're going to feel that even in the replay. So it's kind of beside the point as far as time goes, because your unique timeline for experiencing this, if you do, is gonna have its own experience with all of that. So anyhow, any questions, any comments, any feels about this? Feel free to chime in. I absolutely love engagement. Feels like I'm not just talking to myself. because I'm just here. I'm talking to all you guys, but you know, um, when it comes to this time period in any regard, so please chime in if you do have any of that going on, or any questions or comments about this time of the year, your experience, if that may have shifted for you, if you're feeling this stuff, how you feel about ancestors and tapping in with that. I guess what I could ask you is, are you planning on doing anything special for yourself, with yourself, for this time period? If you are, please chime in, let me know. I certainly am, and I have been, and my guidance has been coming through very strongly, specifically with Michael. But that's typical for me. And just what I'm directed to do at this time, write a lot of stuff out, be really intentional about what I'm bringing in, and wanting to connect to do some art. So anything that you may be prompted to do through this, you know, baths, meditations, going out into nature, you know, being with other people in a really intentional spiritual way, whatever, you know, besides this right now, but whatever those things might be, you know, fall into, you know, all of that. Okay, so I guess nobody's gonna chime in here. Alrighty. So we're gonna jump into the oracle, because I'm done talking about all that, at least by myself. Anyway, and I'm gonna grab the oracle here. Where? I thought that was what I was going for, but okay. Where are they? Hold on, guys. Mama's confused. Oh, there you are. Oh my gosh. Perspective. I couldn't see them the way things were on top of each other. It was like they were completely one of those moments. So I'm like, there's only so many options here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got this or I got that. And if they're not here, like, and of course, this book that was bigger and it was like underneath, like off to the side, so it didn't even look like they were there. Ay. Okay. Okay. So I'm guided to do 2 different pulls, one from the Hidden World and one from the Starseed Oracle. So we are gonna do Starseed first. Put those over there. I feel like I could sleep for 100 years. How about Beach Sunday, meditate and journal? You are not alone. Let me see. Hey, honey. Welcome. Hi, honey. How about Beach Sunday, meditate and journal? Yeah, continue my manifesting journal. I started on the 25th. Perfect. Perfect. I love your plan. Archangel Michael's Spirit Walk also. And for any of you that were part of the Lionsgate and all of those spirit walks that we did, tap into those and see if any of those are calling to refresh. Jeanette was guided to do the Archangel Michael, the very first one with the sapphire, to really help stabilize her system while she's in this transitional phase. And that would go for any of you as well. So feel free to do that. Feels like it was forever ago, doesn't it? And it wasn't. It was just in August. It was just 2 months ago, but it feels like a long time. At least to me. At least to me. Spinster Success. Love your insights and energy. Aw, thank you so much, love. What's your real name? Spinster Success. Thank you. I appreciate that. And welcome. Welcome to my channel. They're on YouTube. This person's on YouTube. And again, welcome, Honey. Honey is Karen's sister. Good to see you guys. Okay. I'm going to leave the camera where it's at because I don't feel like messing with it. I got a whole light thing going on right now and I'm just not in the mood to deal with it. Have to do my nightly manifestations. Be well. Yes. Katie, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. You know, intention is everything. Intention and the energy around it, the potency of that is everything. And right now, it's such an amazing time to really get that, you know, going for yourself, using that energy of what's going on. Oh, looks like Dawn has said something. That was only 2 months ago. Yeah, Dawn says that was only 2 months ago. What? Well, I guess, let's see. Well, we did it through July to August. We ended on August 8th. So I guess, August 8th, September 8th. So no, it's more like going on 3 months. I guess that's more fair. And that whole month that we did that was in July. So it's really more like 3 months. But still, it even feels longer than that. Like that still doesn't seem, feels like a longer time than that. But yeah, it does feel like a long time ago. Things are just, it's just so much all the time. It's just so saturated and condensed with so much going on. Right? So it's like, wow. All right, here we go. Go with that left side. Gonna go with the right side. My intention here, people, is not to keep any of us here too long. I know it's late. I know some people, like Vanessa's gonna redo her healing phase 1 from our Evolve Now program tonight. So and just, you know, whatever. I want to get to my stuff I need to do for all of this that we just got done talking about. I have art to do. I have writing to do as well. So I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can. And we're going to do a little energy work here at the end. So there we go. Okay. So we got out 8 cards here. Hi, Kaylani. Hi, love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Jeanette wrote, Kaylani is waving hi to you. Hi, Kaylani. Hello, my love. I'm glad you're here. Good to, well, I can't really see you. I'm good for you to be here, to see me. Yes, I guess that's it. Okay. I am going to pick a card here. Oh, we're going to go with card number 5 to keep in with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trust the timing. You guys, how much have we talked about this recently? Trust the timing. Oh, and it went flying. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. No, it just goes by really fast. And looks like I see 3 different female figures. You see that? There's one. There's another. There's another. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these like rock islands with, it's at the sea. It's really muted, so it's hard to see, but there is sunshine coming out of the clouds. There's several of these big rocks that are on the sand at this shore, and I see 3 female figures, one way off in the distance, and then that's the closest one there. Beautiful card. Trust the timing. I love it. Okay, let's grab the book and read about that. Grab my glasses. I love it. Where is it? Trust the timing. There it is. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. So often those who feel like they're here for a reason sense that time is running out, and they spend their life worrying that they might miss their moment. But the only way to miss your life or your moment is to spend your time worrying about missing it. It's never too late to answer a calling, and you're never too old. Most definitely. The tides of your life are magnificently orchestrated to come in and out in perfect union. Don't race ahead and ride a wave that was never meant for you. You'll waste your precious time and energy when instead you could be enjoying your life. Everything has a season, and you're being called to trust the one you're in. Don't let impatience, comparison, competition, or paranoia disturb the seeds. It seems that everyone has anxiety these days, constantly scanning for something they might have missed or a possible threat. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such a reactive speeds. Oh my God, I love that. I'm going to read it one more time. Whew. Keeping our mind and body pointed in the same direction as our soul is near impossible at such reactive speeds. Right now, you're being reminded to take a breath and trust the wave you came in on, to trust the season you're in. Time isn't running out. There's plenty of time. There's no rush, and it's never too late. And Starseed Soul Inquiry, how can you trust the timing of your life a little more? Ooh, those are good. That's a good one. Trust the timing. Trust the timing. So perfect, Jeanette says. Yes. Karen says, I love that message. I don't think I have. Yeah, I'm just getting happy faces with hearts over here. Yeah, this is fantastic. Trust the timing. One thing I'm going to say about this is, what time is it? 18:18, 9:09, you guys, right now. Here in the Pacific, 6:18, 18:18, which is 9:09. We are the nines. We are light workers. We are empaths. We have soul missions. We are here for a purpose, more than one. We have a lot to do. We feel that pressure internally from our connection to our soul and source, mother, father, God, and everything that's connected to, even if we don't know the details of it. Even if there's still a lot of details to figure out about what your missions are, what your meant to do and all of that stuff. There is still this innate, deep knowing and awareness that comes and is pulsating from our souls. It's our soul song that vibrates within us, that tells us, it's like our compass and how we feel. But a lot of times that can, we can make us like want to be ahead of where we're at. Like, why is it taking so long? There's this paradoxical thing that happens with time. Time moves quickly, like we just got done saying about how it's been just a couple months and it feels like a lot longer. And at the same time, it can feel like, oh my God, things are taking forever to develop, to have answers, to get to the other side of an experience, to have things done and settled and figured out. That there's a lot going on, a lot of little steps to the big steps. And we can feel like we are, behind. We're not where we're meant to be and all of that stuff, because energetically we're no longer associating, and we're out of alignment with where we're at, and we're not yet where we're in alignment with and where we're meant to be. So it's the in between, it's the meantime, it's the process between this and that. And that can give us this sense of, running out of time or being behind and all that stuff. So really just know you're exactly where you're meant to be, right where you are right at this moment. You're meant to be here with me in this live or watching the replay, wherever you are in this moment when you're hearing my voice. You're meant to absorb this. You're meant to have this integrate with you in some way. That's one example. This is where you're meant to be. And just in general terms of your life, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And then take a look at what's going on right now for you. What's happening? What are you doing? What's shifting? What's changing? What are you doing now that you never did before? How do you feel? What's going on in your body? Take all that into account and trust the timing. This is also trust the process, trust your guidance, trust, faith, trust and faith. So anyway, there we go. Chime in if you have any questions or any other comments about this beautiful card, Trust the Timing. I absolutely love it. It does also have a very divine feminine energy to it, with the trees and the water and these females. But there's also this balance of the divine masculine with the sun coming through to light things up. It's a really, really beautiful card. Check out my Vero later if you don't have this. But yeah, I hope that you love this as much as I do. I know, and that's what I teach my clients. Trust the timing. Everything is going to work out perfectly. Every step is necessary. Things won't happen better for you if you force and try to control and you push because you're creating resistance. Surrender, let go, lean into the process. Where are you going? You will figure it out, but make it so you understand that there's no reason to force anything or be worried about anything. And like it said, the more worried you are, the more you're going to miss. The more you're thinking, I'm not where I'm meant to be, the more you're not where you're meant to be, because that's not where you're meant to be. You're not meant to be in the space of not, of being worried about where you're at. You're missing the point when you're doing that. So, honor where you are and then shift and change and evolve from there. And the same with fear. To me, this anxiety about timing just goes back to fear. I'm afraid I'm missing out. I'm afraid I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm afraid I've missed something. I'm afraid I made the wrong decision. I'm afraid. Well, that goes back to, control and the need to surrender and all of that. I mean, it's all one big thing. So keep that in mind. I feel at peace as if I'm riding the wave. Time to receive. Nice. I love it, Vanessa. I love that. Love that. Yes. Ride the wave. I was just thinking about that. I was listening to a video about the Kybalion, the Hermetic principles today. At 6 a.m. It's what I do when I wake up. um, and it was just the mastery of your perception of your state of mind, clarity versus confusion is about whether you get sucked into lower vibrational thinking and experiences, or you ride the wave like a masterful surfer, um, keeping your balance. How do you ride a wave? It's all about balance. It's all about flexibility. It's all about feeling nature and going with the elements and feeling that, letting the air go and riding that beautiful energy that is a wave of the element of water, and it flows. I mean, what happens when a surfer tries to go in some off direction than where the wave is taking them? They fall. They wipe out. They do a little tumble. And that's a perfect real life scenario for it. So yeah, ride that wave masterfully, without resistance, without trying to force Mother Nature to do what you want her to do. Let her carry you. Now, the Hidden Worlds. That was fun. I love that card. I'm a fan. Love it, love it. It's perfect for so many of us in so many ways. It is what it is. I was just telling Dawn today, we're working on my updated and revised empath ebook that should win the Pulitzer because it's going to be so well written. So amazing. And I wanted it to be done a week ago, and we still have so much to do. And I wanted it to be done 2 weeks before that. And I said, you know what? If it's going to take another 3 weeks, so be it. It is what it is. It takes what it takes. And we're doing what we're meant to do. And we both know that. We just have to go, yeah, you know what? It is what it is. There's other things that go on, and we just have to, be okay with that. And, trust the timing. Okay, you guys, gonna get this card here. I highly recommend mixing lemonade and grape juice. It's so delicious. Okay. Okay. Going with the right side. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. And the left side. And one more split here. And the right side again. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards this time. 8 and 5 is 13. I'm being pointed to recognize. Number of the divine feminine, and a number that comes up again and again and again and again. 1331, 1331, mirrored numbers, but I was just showing that again. We had 8 cards the first time. I picked the 5th card. Then I hit myself in the face. And then I picked 5 cards again. So we have a couple of different things going on there with numbers, the 13, the double 5s. So that's just an example, the type of thing to pay attention to, especially now that we're going to get messages and synchronicities and angel numbers and, codes and stuff, in ways that isn't so obvious. That's the case for all the time, but really pay attention to these types of things now. Okay. And guess what? Yeah, the fifth card. Shocker. Oh, and look at this. Card number 22, Insight, Magical Tools, Writing, and Star Crafting. And this isn't necessarily supposed to be Merlin, and it's really not, but it always reminds me of Merlin, especially with the number 22. Merlin is associated with the 22. He always comes through with the number 22, and even though that doesn't necessarily to me look like him, that definitely carries the essence of Merlin. And if you take a look, he has this beautiful quill that he's just in the air with, and he's got a crystal ball and some either a tincture or something to that effect, and of course a candle. He has a book. He's sitting on a rock on the top of this hill or mountain. There's stars all around him. Insight, magical tools, writing, and star crafting. So let's get into it, peeps. Insight. Okay. From which mystery does insight arise? From what place do the words flow? And how can we connect so deeply that we write of the stars and their secrets? Perhaps we would do well to be like the wizard between the worlds who draws down the energies of all that is above and somehow weaves it into the world below, combining all that is celestial with all that is terrestrial. In those moments when we connect truly deeply, we can literally become the link between the worlds, and through us can flow a pure and clear energy, a wise energy which can guide and comfort and enlighten, a compassionate energy that can see beyond difference and find communion with those with whom we share this remarkable world. It is time to connect deeply and find the quiet in between times so you too can take up the pen and write, sit quietly and connect and feel the flow of energy that is the proof of your belonging, not only to this world, but to the worlds that lie beyond the sight of your eyes. You are one who can share the knowledge. You can write of the stars. You can understand the power of the pen, of the words that flow, and of the magical tools you can gather about you. This is a time to grow stronger in your magical work, to learn how to use the scrying ball, to work with the soft wonder that is candlelight, to turn your gaze towards the stars and draw down the wonder to reveal what others cannot see in your works. Be the wizard who creates the bridges between the worlds. Alchemize the seen and the unseen, and let the wisdom pour through the pen and into the words that will flow out of you. Awesome. And illumination, I am an instrument of the divine, which pours through me and into the world. I absolutely love this so much. And of course, coming through this message was ancestors, the wisdom of ancestors, connecting and being guided, opening up, using all the magical tools that we have at our disposal, meditating, all the stuff that I talked about earlier. Yeah, all that. Be the wizard, like I talked about. Be the goddess. Be the priestess. Be the seer, the oracle, the wizard, the alchemist. Most plainly and simply, the connection between the physical to the non-physical, from the unseen to the seen, from what is not yet created to what is in the world for yourself and for others. Insight is the card. And that is something that we can have an abundance of, and that is our decision to make. We can cap off, we can say we know enough, we cannot tune in, we cannot open up, we can do all these things and just, have it be at a minimal, or we can do the things that maximizes our power and the power of those things in the in-between worlds. And we talk just feel like this card really is repeating a lot of what I said earlier. So I don't want to repeat myself. I hope that you guys get that feel and those messages here with this card. This is so perfect. I've been having this strong urge to start writing and share my story with the world. Amazing. I love it. Yeah, that is a really, we're meant to be messengers of our own story, of what comes through us, our experiences. I mean, that's how you guys know me. If I wasn't guided to do that for myself and my story and reach out in ways to give information, none of you guys would know me. None of you guys would have those experiences that you've had. So it's important to share, to express, to write. Writing is not only is it cathartic, not only does it help you, it helps others too. And just a reminder, on my medium.com, I do have a publication called The Messengers, and you're all invited to write there, to share your story. There's an open journal there too. So let me just take a moment to, if you guys don't know about this or forgot about this, it's called The Messengers. It's a publication on Medium. You can get to it from my medium.com, medium.com/@infinity, INFINTI 963. So what I created with my publication, if you go to the Messengers, there's a section for journal. And what this means is you're not confined or regulated to write an article, to think about, to really, edit or structure or any of those things. So this can be a way that you're sharing and you're just kind of doing an open journal. And you can take from that and polish it and turn it into stories or articles or combine it with other things. But that was what I was guided to create, to make it easy for people to start and for people to share, to have a community of this spiritual messaging and journaling and expressing and all of that. So Vanessa and the rest of you, you're definitely guided to think about that. Think about if that's something that you would like to do. Of course, you can also publish for yourself on Medium or in any other way, but it is an open invite to that. So let's see if there's anything else here. Okay, this part here, it's time to connect deeply and find the quiet in between time so you too can take up the pen and write, sit quietly and connect and feel the flow of energy that is the proof of your belonging, not only to this world, but to the to the worlds that lie beyond the sight of your eyes. So this really going to what I was talking about earlier, about taking time for yourself. It's about the inner, not the outer. Don't let yourself be distracted by what's going on in the world and other people, gossip, complaints, your immediate world or the world at large. Really turn your focus inwards at this time, and make it about you and what you're feeling and what you need and what you need to express and what you want to magnetize and all of that good stuff that we discussed, because this is just reinforcing what I said about the time of what's going on here and what that's going to mean in so many different ways. So I hope that insight card makes you feel good and motivated to get into that energy. And once again, trust the timing. So trust the timing and insight. And to me, these two things go together really, really well. They may not seem like it, but if you're really in with that insight with what's going on in a real energetic spiritual way, you're gonna have insight that you wouldn't otherwise. So these go together really, really well. The timing of things, if you trust that, you're gonna have insight and all of that. They work back and forth with each other, actually. Okay. I guess that's it for our oracle and our messages. We're going to do a little energy work here. It'll probably be like, well, it's not going to be a long one. I can tell you that. Maybe 15, 20 minutes max, but I kind of want to turn this light down a little bit because it's pretty bright. So give me a second. Oh, and let my cats in because now it's gotten dark. Hello? Are we coming in? Kitties? Hi. No? Okay. Fine then. Be that way. Okay. I'm still going to have light. It's just not going to be so bright right there. Alrighty. Oh, it is cold out there, man. What's the difference between that and Substack? Oh, they're totally different. Yeah, holy moly. Yeah, they're really different. Yeah. You can, I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to get into. There's a lot there about the difference between them. I would say that people tend to have Substacks for, thematic types of newsletters. And people subscribe to your Substack. You can actually charge people money for access to your Substack or to read beyond a certain point. And it's really information driven. A lot of journalists go on Substack and stuff. And I do have a Substack as well. But they're definitely different. Medium is good for writing. As far as I'm concerned, it's more like writing articles and stories. Has a different type of, you can combine them. So what I do is I download my followers from Medium and I upload that to Substack. So if you're on my Medium, which you probably know this, people have, you get both essentially. But yeah, they're pretty different. I guess it just kind of decide how you want to do stuff. Look into them because they are pretty different. Yeah, I would suggest for you, Vanessa, to start on Medium and see how that goes for you, and then do that for a little while, and then consider doing your Substack. Maybe that's the way to go. Okay. Any other questions about anything? Nope. Okay. All right. And there's just entirely way too many. Hold on a second. I thought I had my controller where I can easily. Oh, it's hiding. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. It's just so bright. My third eye got activated and then was like, oh my goodness, so bright. Okay, that's better. All right, you guys, we ready for this energy work? Hopefully you are. We're going to get right into it here. I think I'm going to turn my music just a little bit louder now. You can hear that. This is an 888. Abundance, attract wealth and prosperity. I like this track. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome, Vanessa. Alrighty, let's do this. So, easy and steady and deep controlled breaths in and out of your nose. Shoulders back, spine straight. Whether you're sitting in a chair or cross-legged, just make sure that your pelvis isn't tilted, that your spine is straight. You could be holding your crystals in your light gates or connected to them for those of you who have light gates. A lot of rainbow type energy coming through here. So really tapping into your chakras, your entire body, all of your bodies, the physical, the energetic, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. Connecting with this energy, this rainbow energy, rainbow light, divine energy coming through. It's just kind of like just like arches of rainbows or spirals of those colors, really kind of cloudy, misty light. Opening up your energy field to receive these beautiful light codes for deeper connection to the abundance matrix within Gaia. So connecting, just kind of randomly thinking of your different crystals that you have either around you, around your home, or even, if you have an office space or whatever outside, just crystals in general. Think of the energy of the different crystals and the abundance matrix, how we're connected to that, especially those of us who have worked so deeply with Gaia, with your guides and guardians, with your energy, with your body, with healing. So do a little review for yourself about, where you've been, what you've been through, where you're at now, how much more aware and clear and strong you're connected than you have been in the past. All that, just let yourself just take a moment to do a little life inventory here about where you've been and where you're going is what's coming through here. Where you're at now. And what's coming through here is, I think of a so what I'm saying is not an ocean, it's a big river, a very wide, big river. So the energy and the flow of the water is just all going in one direction versus the ocean or a sea where it's just like one big body of water and waves going this way and that way. This is a river, so all the water is going in one direction, but it's a very wide river. And there's an island, it's like a rock formation island in the middle of the river. It's not, crazy big, but it's big enough where several, like couple dozen people could be on it, let's say. And you're sitting on this little island in the middle of this river. So take yourself there. You're just on this island. You're sitting cross-legged on the island. You're by yourself and you're watching the water go by in front of you and behind you, around the island that you're sitting on, and all the water's flowing down river. It's not crazy rapids, but it's not like this really weak river either. It's a pretty steady flow, a little white water. Definitely energy is coming from this river. You can feel the mist and the moisture from the river rising up. It's that like effervescent energy that causes all around you. So there's this beautiful mist rising up into the sky from this river. And you're just observing, looking around, see what comes through for you. If you see any animals, what time of day it is, or if you see the moon, where the sun is at for you, whatever other details you might see here, if anything, at this time. And this river, Gaia is chiming through at this time. She says, welcome, everybody. It's so wonderful to see you, to be with you, to connect with you. I'm grateful for you to be here. I love you so much. And we are all excited about this time for all of us soul family that are meant to create and love one another, to be connected as soul family. This is a very important time, very spiritual, deep time for yourselves, for each other, for humanity as a whole. The abundance matrix is being supercharged at this time, reaching another different level than it has ever been within my body. So please be aware of this, that this is affecting your bodies. This is for the greater good for everybody. This is invoking a lot of shifts and changes energetically, emotionally, spiritually, logically, mentally within the collective, especially for those who are in the awakening process. The more intentional that you are about releasing what no longer serves you, what is outdated, what programs, what thought patterns, what thought forms, what energies, what cords that you're still connected to with other people, places, experiences, addictions, traumas, fears, heartache, hurts, anything like of the like. It is really time to consider letting as much of this go, or at least opening up yourself to tap in with these energies to help you with this releasing and this continued releasing process. Please feel into your body. There should be, or not should be, but if you do, you would feel it's a very steady humming emanating from your chakra system, calibrating with the new energies, the new upgraded, connected energies that are flowing through my abundance matrix to activate your abundance matrix, to facilitate greater crystalline, from carbon to crystalline elemental changes within your DNA structure, therefore within your entire physical vessel and embodiment. It's a low, steady hum. It can be felt rather than heard. And what I mean by low is that it's not it's a slower, steady hum rather than a faster pace or higher frequency, rapid. This is meant to help stabilize you. Too much would be an overload to your system. And where I've put you here in the center of this river is to help and to illustrate the flow of energy, the flow of time, where you are in this, how it moves forward. You are where you are meant to be in this process. See yourself connected, but still enough separate from the outer world, from other people, to really be able to focus on yourself. This is another reason why I put you on this island, so there's not other people to distract you. You can just feel your own body with the energy that is all around you. And coming into focus and view on the shore on both sides of you of the river are your guides and guardians and your ancestors. See them there. They're wispy and white and transparent and lit up with beautiful light. You may be able to make out faces, you may not, you may just see the figures, and there's many, many of them on both shores. And we are going to activate bridges of light for them to come, and the bridges of light from both sides of the shore, the left and the right from you in the center, and to come to the island in the center where you are, for them to join you there. Please have that intention. Activate these bridges for your ancestors, your guides and guardians, for everyone that is meant to be connected to you spiritually, to help you on your journey, that are your soul family in the other dimensions and realms. That they are all here at the same time, and they are showing you that they are meant to be with you, with your intention to activate with these bridges, so they can cross time and space over that flow of energy of the river and join you there on your island. And there's always enough space, so they just are coming over. So see them coming over to be with you. Invite them to be with you. Just stay with you, that you want them to be with you, that you are inviting them, that you love them, that you're asking for their help, that you want to get to know them, that this is a celebration of this beautiful time of your incarnation. They are celebrating their it's this reunion of sorts happening here, and in a different way, and a different level than possibly you've had before. This is part of that energy of the Day of the Dead, and the Pleiades coming into alignment with Taurus and Venus and the moon, and the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse that is coming up. This is one of those points in time, dear beautiful souls, that is written in the stars, and has always been written in the stars, a point in time in the web of life and the map of soul destinies and where we're all meant to be, that this is an inscribed point in time that you are connecting to in a very deep way, activating and integrating on a very different level than you ever have before, opening up for the new paradigm shift that's taking place right now, setting yourself up for the ultimate maximized life force energy that you've ever had before, and it's just going to grow and grow. That the timelines that are coming through at the end of this year, 2022, and what is coming in the next year is being built right now, and that this is your time to construct this for yourself by really being intentional, but being open and fluid and aware, but also very flexible with yourself, with your energy as the days roll by and things transpire on the macro and the micro levels for you and your story in your individual worlds and in the world at large and what we're all connected to. Just have this great understanding and this awareness and this openness. And take a few deep breaths here and let them all connect with you. All the beautiful souls that joined you on that island, see them stepping into you and your energy and connecting with you, becoming one with you. One at a time, they step through and they disappear in with you. They're in and connected to you. Where you are is where they are. So let them open up. They're always connected to you. You're just opening up and letting them step through and really connect with you in your timeline. So they're just stepping into your physical space and just you're absorbing that beautiful energy. You're connecting with that beautiful energy. This is a way to illustrate for you in a way that you can understand as a human in a body how this means spiritually and energetically, psychically, in a way that you can allow for that to happen, allow for that connection, those integrations to happen with all of these different beautiful divine beings to just come in and settle in with you, you to open up. Imagine each time somebody new steps through into your space and sits with you and merges with you, that it is a whole world that you're connecting to, that you're aware, that you can be aware of and tap into. And we'll just do this for another minute or so until all of them have stepped through and is connected and sitting in with you in your physical body. And feel yourself maximizing the energy and the life force and all of that, the web of life that all of that connects to. Really lifting your vibration. All of it is good and pure and beautiful and divine. All of it of the light to help you, to assist you, to support you, to teach you, to guide you, to help you dream and wish and manifest and build and create and produce and unify and collaborate. Think of the abundance of those gifts. Think of the abundance of those, just the forever and always and infinite energies that are all connected there, that you're absorbing and connecting to and a part of and taking with you into your life to help you in every way possible. Think of all the ways that you could use help, divine guidance, divine energy. Think of all of that. Think of that magic. Think of that card that we got. Be the wizard. Be intentional. Be open. Create, express, and all of the things that came through that. And take a couple deep breaths here and just tell yourself that you accept all these gifts, you receive all these gifts, you are meant to have all these gifts. You're divine, you're alive, it's your birthright. All of it is meant to be everything, all of it, and more that you could ever imagine. And just allow all of that to inspire you and motivate you to maximize yourself in every way possible that you're meant to, that we talked about today. And see yourself from the outside. See how bright and light you are. See yourself floating now on the island. You're not even sitting on the island, you're floating above the island. And Gaia is wanting to let you know that you can bring yourself here anytime. Take yourself to this beautiful island, connect with your guides and guardians, feel that energy, feel where you're meant to be in the flow of space and time and life and all that good stuff. And again, take note of anything that may have stuck out for you or you think about. Sometimes we tend to forget. Just try to remember that here. And then start to think about your home and where you live, and the people connected to you, and your day-to-day life, and where you sleep, and who you love, and all that good stuff. And see those two realities superimposed together. You're the beautiful spirit and soul on the island, connected to all of that divine energy and those ancestors. And you're also that person living a life, going about your journey, shifting and changing, evolving and rebirthing. And see how lighter and brighter your life gets day after day as these two things are one. These two aspects of you are one. And how much easier life is, how much better it gets, how much brighter, how much funner, and all the good stuff. All the things you're meant to create. See yourself as being as creational as you've ever been meant to be. See that coming into reality. Allow that for that to happen for yourself. And so be it, and so it is. And we're going to wrap it up here. Let's take a few seconds. I'm going to count down from 10 just to bring us back into body here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Kind of letting the island fade away, getting back into your body where you're sitting here with us doing the spirit walk. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now before you open your eyes, you just think of your body here. Just you can touch your arms, just get back into body. Give yourself a second here to kind of shift in to where you are here. And then open your eyes when ready. Taking a couple deep breaths. As you come back here. And that's it, guys. Please chime in if you have any comments or questions about what we just did. Now would be the time. You can just take it slow. It feels really, really expansive in the third eye crown chakra area, like big. So move slowly. Revisit that and whatever may have come up for you. But I thought that was absolutely beautiful how they all met with us, the abundance matrix, the messages from Gaia, the river. Was a lot going on, really beautiful, jam-packed in about 30 minutes of spirit walk. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that felt really good. Just beautiful. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And hey there, Frankie. Welcome. You're welcome, Karen. You're very welcome there on the YouTubes. Thank you for being here. I hope that feels really good for you. Just take in all that was said today and all the messages. I know it was a lot. I know it was intense, but this is a lot intense time. I hope you have a wonderful next few days with this period of Day of the Dead and Halloween, however you connect and do your thing. Remember your ancestors. Get ready for the next wave of energy coming through at the beginning of November, a new portal, and then we're getting into the full moon and the Stargate for all of that. And I'll be back here next Thursday to do oracle readings for everybody. I hope you join me for that next Thursday. I think that should be scheduled, but I'm going to have to double check. So if you don't see that just yet, you will see that soon. I will be back here on Thursday for oracle readings. And until then, my friends, my beautiful soul family, thank you for joining me here. I am Infinity. Infinite love and blessings. Don't forget, the key is to create. And I love you already. Bye for now, everybody. Mwah. See ya. Oh, thank you. Bye.